Hello everyone, welcome back to another World of Warship Blitz video, and this time it is the Tier 8 Italian battleship, the Roma. So this is a new ship that dropped into the press account mailbox, so here we are doing our community service of taking it out for a spin and showing you what it's like in battle. So here we are on the cage map, me getting confused about where the centre is, and as you can see, turning my guns to the outside, which is, there's the outside, finally in control. So we've got a Charles Martel at least on our side, and we will have some other ships that are, so we have one destroyer and against two destroyers on the enemy team. Now one of them from memory is an Akazuki, so I find the Akazuki when I play it is a ferocious beast for taking down battleships, so I'm justifiably nervous about that. So I have HE loaded, which is becoming pretty staple for me, especially with something that's got relatively good dispersion, because there's nothing like landing 2 or 3 decent shots at extreme range onto a destroyer to send the message, don't get close. Message sent. And right, and now we are facing a, there's a Chapayev. Unfortunately he's out of, I'm trying to get my rear gun onto something, and I'm getting a bit of interference, so we'll take out this Alsace. Well, there go the torpedoes. We get 8 hits, 1 fire. It's got fantastic dispersion, wasn't even using rapid reload or anything like that. Here is, I've got HE loaded, so may as well educate this Akazuki about who loves you. I don't love you. We changed to AP. He'll go away and lick his wounds. He knows I have his number. He knows I have HE loaded. Now, he doesn't know that I've changed to AP. He could fairly well guess, but if he gets it wrong, he knows he's in a bit of a problem. So he's that's the last we'll see of him for a bit. This Amagi is our next target, simply because it's nice and broadside, although it's not in the cap circle, so a lot of hits, not a great deal of damage. Someone's done fantastic damage on that Chapayev, because that is a ship that I really want to kill. I do have deck protection, and I do have the equipment. I have the captain skill for advanced deck protection, and I have the equipment slot for deck protection, but still, that thing's a fairly good fire starter. Looking at the smokestack, I've got enough angle to show that he's potentially going backwards, and the way that he's moving indicates that he's got a backward slant. He's going in reverse, if slowly. I'm going in reverse too, so get a couple of hits, 3 hits, not great, but still 3 minutes in, 27,000. We're busy sort of, you know, it's like a bit of, it's like the school dance, isn't it? You got people on both sides of the hall, and they're just playing with each other, and it's not quite there yet. 7 battery hits at extreme range at Alsace. Well, it's not extreme, but it's fairly long range. Yeah, he's, unfortunately for him, he's not getting the benefit of all of his turrets, because he's firing. I think that's going to hit the island, isn't it? Oh no, over the top. Fantastic. The Amagi's looking sick. The other Amagi's looking sick. As you can see, my health is still pretty good. So it takes a fair pounding, this ship. It's all in all, I'd say it's pretty good. It's certainly not a brawler. The turrets turn way too slow. Now there's ways of dealing with that, like equipment slots and things like that, but the secondaries, you can see there hasn't been a secondary shot fired all game. And games where the secondary shot, I get to use the secondaries a lot, that's definitely going to hit the island. Yep, that was a bit of a waste. Still, yeah, so games where I get to use the secondaries are not fun games. The secondaries aren't really that strong. There's 2 turrets of 3 guns each per side, and it feels quite weak. So, although it feels a little bit like the Bismarck or the Scharnhorst, in that there's, you know, a small number of accurate secondaries rather than the sort of spray you get from something like the Amagi, it just doesn't feel, it just hasn't got the punch. So, and it certainly doesn't have the range. So we're going to go for the Samagi, and let's see how we do. Someone else gets in there first, and we softens them up so that we get a kill, which is nice to see. One battleship left. So the team's been doing a good job. 53,000, pretty snipery game, so I suspect that it's probably fairly average damage all round. Oh, good to see we've got a Lo Yang on our team. Quite a nice little ship, that Lo Yang. With it's got a good combination. It just is a little bit undergunned, but it's got fantastic stealth with historical camo. So when I bought the ship on my main account, I got historical camo with it, and it's got smoke and hydro, and that's a vicious combination. A little bit concerned about German destroyers, but otherwise it does very well. So, sorry, just a bit of side commentary there, because as you can see from the Roma, another long-range shot, another lot of penetrations on the North Carolina, who's busy skirting around the edge of the map trying to farm damage and make it through to the end. We get the Battle Star reward, which means that it's probably fairly low damage counts all round. We only took down one ship, and it was pretty lucky timing, to be honest, which is the case with battleships sometimes. You cause big slugs of damage, and in between time they get whittled down and the kills get taken by the team members, but that's okay, we get the wins. And we're waiting for the screens to come up at the end so that you can see how we did. So as I mentioned, no secondary fire during the course of the game. So there'll be no secondary hits, 62 main battery hits, no citadel, 1 fire, a flag captured. So, sort of average, sort of scrappy long-range game. Did significantly better than the next enemy player, which is good to see. So that's the Roma. If you like playing battleships at range, I think this ship is really, really for you. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting.